we're here today, and we're with Alice Lockridge, and she's with Lots of Love, Fairview Cemetery locator service that she's trying to start. And it's basically a service to the people in the community. And if you'll tell us about what you're doing as far as research, and why you're researching, and what you hope the end product to be.
The end product is a way to help people locate their loved ones that are buried here at the Fairview Cemetery. And what I've done is started with the official records of who's buried where, and made an easy-to-read map that people can look at on paper or on a CD, just an Excel chart. And people will be able to alphabetically look up the names of their families and the branches of their families and find where they're located easily. And because here at the cemetery there's just one sign and a big acre of ground, and it's hard to find each individual space. There's room for 900 graves at this cemetery, and there's about, 9,000 graves, and there's about 3,000 graves that are filled. And so wandering around to find it ends up being less eventful and memorable than it should be. So I started it about 5 years ago to spend time with my mother, who traditionally decorated about 52 graves every year on Mother's Day and people's birthday celebrations, and of course on Decoration Day. So as children we put on cute little shorts outfits and came out on Memorial Day and acted like grown-ups and carried peonies and painted tin cans. And so we've done this our whole life, and learned which side of the grave to walk on and which way people were facing in the ground, and it became a tradition that was passed down through our family. So we say we come from a long line of respectful dependents, and the dependents isn't the word I'm looking for, descendants. So a third of what I'm going to do is making a location system that's on paper, but I don't want to make it as a book because that ends up just being too hard to change all the time. So if somebody would pay for the service, I'll give them a CD so they can pull it up on their computer and find it, and then every year I'll send them the additions that happen, because there are people adding to this list all the time. The other third will be to help know what is available and what places are open for people who come to town later, or people that need empty grave sites to purchase, because families' branches get bigger and wider, that we have to find out how to find places that are still available. The other thing that we're going to do eventually is have, that's being confusing as a decoration service, where people can buy from us nice silk flowers for occasions and have a yearly subscription service where we'll have someone bring out decorations to put on graves. When you don't live here anymore, you can know that the graves will be decorated on Mother's Day and May Day and birthdays. So, and then they'll be stored there. So storage and decorations of those services. So that's what we're doing.
Well, it sounds like a fantastic. Thank you for taking the time with us today.
Well, thanks for coming out.